Welcome back, everybody. We're cooking up some summer favorites today, an all-new show, all new recipes and ideas, and we've got one of our favorite home cooks here with us today, who we haven't seen in a while, so we've been catching up. Sarah Gunther is here from Berlin. Good morning.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to come on the show. I love it. Absolutely love it.
We love it when you come here. And Sarah has actually taken all those great family recipes from her family and herself that she's cooked up over the years and put together a wonderful family cookbook. It's called Sarah's Home Cooked Meals Made Easy. And if you're interested in the cookbook, how can people get it?
They can go to my email at cabincookery@gmail.com, and I think you guys put it usually up on the website, so thank you so much. We have just been having a blast with it, and I was just saying earlier in the segment, Alicia helped, collaborate with it over 2 years, and finally 300 recipes and family stories. It's a lot of fun.
That's great. And yeah. Alicia is Sarah's daughter, so very cool. All right, we're doing ribs on the grill. One of my favorites to do in summer and ribs. Ribs can be a little bit of a pain, though. You can't just throw ribs on the grill. They're going to be tough as all get out, so there's some things you need to do ahead of time, and you can do ahead of time. In fact, you don't have to do this the day of. You could do this a couple days before.
Well, and like you talked about in your earlier segment, if you put this directly on the grill, it's going to be tougher than nails, and nobody wants to eat that.
Right.
So it's super simple. We're going to be boiling it, baking it, and like you said, once it's all ready, we'll have it in the pan, and then it can sit in the fridge for a day or two if you have to prep it ahead of time, and then it can go right from the refrigerator to the grill.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Wonderful.
So there are a few steps. Now the first step is we picked up some, and these are pork ribs, and we just picked these up from the grocery store, but you always remove the skin in the back.
Yeah, it's called the silver skin, and if you can get, just start it with your knife and just start cutting back on it. Once you get a grip of it, then you can just kind of pull on it and try to pull that back. And in there again, it just kind of is getting rid of some of that fatty area that some people don't exactly desire. And
makes it more tender too.
It comes off, and you can see it right there. And then I just kind of clip it off right here at the end.
And if you're not sure about that, if you're ordering ribs from your butcher, ask them to remove it for you. And they'll do it for you.
So. They'll remove that silver skin. So
okay, so we've got some boiling water here. So when you do ribs, you start by actually boiling the ribs. So this goes right into it.
There again, taking a little bit of that fat off of the rib, but still maintaining most of it, and it just gives again just a little bit of nice flavor to it. And I like to put a little emerald seasoning right into the water itself.
Okay.
So we'll just toss a little bit of that in there, right in the water, just to kind of give the water just a little flavoring.
And how long do you normally let that cook?
Well, I usually boil these for about, right around 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes.
Just enough to kind of get, get them somewhat pre-cooked, but not overcooked.
Okay, and then now we're going to make a seasoning rub. So we're not only going to boil these, we're also going to bake these. So we've got, let me get you a bowl.
We'll put this
rub together. So this is like a rib rub.
Yeah. And we've got, like I said, we've got some emerald seasoning, so we're going to throw that in there.
So basic seasoning, salt, whatever brand you like.
Yep. Okay. And I've got some garlic, salt type thing, and then this is actually from Mad Dog and Merrill, just your seasoning salt, which is really nice. And then this is a little Mediterranean stuff. I mean, you can put whatever you want in there. And so we're just going to throw this all in, a little salt, and then lastly some pepper, and we're going to, I just love fresh ground pepper. What a better way, to do that. So we'll put that in there.
And we'll put the recipe for this rub on the website, but it's got a little of this, a little of that. Sometimes I'll put some brown sugar in there.
And that's nice because it just gives that rib just a little extra flavor. And these are ribs that I make up at the cabin, and everybody's like, you've got to make the ribs. So I make racks.
I mean, and that's what I was going to mention. Notice we kind of cut those a little bit so they'll fit in the pan. So because you get the big long ones.
So I usually cut them about 3 or 4 segments, and then that's perfect. Right to go to the plate too, so somebody doesn't have to be trying to rip through all these ribs.
Sure. Okay, so then at this point, after they boiled, so let's pretend they boiled for about 20 minutes.
Sure.
We're going to take them out.
Here. Yep.
Put them into a roasting pan.
Exactly.
And then we're going to season them up. So they'll kind of look more like this, I take it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And and it's look at how simple that is. It's not like you put a lot of
really easy.
And so many people like those tender ribs, and you can be the rock star in the kitchen and have these come out, and it would be awesome. So now we're going to put the rub on.
Okay, and generously do.
Yeah, generously, yep. And we're going to sprinkle that on there and make sure, yeah, the rib is covered really nice. And then the key to this recipe is that we're going to take water in the bottom of this pan.
Okay.
And we're going to put it, a couple inches deep because we're going to be baking this for a while.
Okay.
And so we're going to put the water, because that's going to just give all the moisture to these ribs while they're sitting in the oven. So we just pour it right on in.
Kind of around the ribs so we don't mess with the seasoning?
Right around the ribs. So yeah, exactly, to maintain the seasoning on there.
About like that?
Yeah, that's great. And and usually an hour or two into it, just to make sure that it doesn't, bake, the water bake down. I usually will peek under the lid just to make sure, you've got enough water in there.
Okay.
And then this is it. We put foil on it.
Cover those up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the ribs. Do we have some in the oven? Yeah.
Yep, we've got some in the oven. To seal this really nice so that you've got that steaming effect going on. And now we're going to take some.
So these are now at this point pretty darn tender.
Oh yeah.
And they're ready for to throw on the grill and put some sauce on them, caramelize them.
And that's the thing. So if you want to be out with your family all day, out on the lake, boating or whatever, this is all going to be ready to go.
Oh, that looks fantastic. So stick with us. We're going to head out to the grill. It's a beautiful day. We're going to show you how to finish up these ribs. And Sarah's also going to make, what's this, about ice cream drinks right here?
Yeah, they're called maple leaves, So my dad's always been the ice cream drink expert, so we have maple syrup with our cabin, so you're going to love it.
Oh, I can't wait. Stick around. More fun summer recipes for your next cookout coming up.